We literally just got the biggest iPhone 14 lineup leak that confirms a lot of the leaks and rumors and speculations over the past couple of months. But before I show you guys this new photo of the iPhone 14 lineup, I want to mention that a lot of people are already disappointed. They are saying that it's ugly and they can't believe Apple is doing this, but I want to make it clear that I completely disagree and I think everybody is wrong. But before I get into that photo, I want to refresh you guys of the renders that I created with Renders by Shailesh. And as you can see, we have this dual hole punch cutout and the current large rear camera bump, which is going to be getting even bigger this year. As you can see, these are some pretty sick renders. But jumping right into this photo from a source that was leaked on Weibo, as you can see, we have the official iPhone 14 lineup display panels. Now, this is a really big deal because it confirms the exact situation with the bezels, the dual hole punch cutout, the thinner earpiece speaker, and much more. But before I dig deep into all of those details, I want to prove to you guys why I believe this is completely legit. Now, first of all, John Prosser from Front Page Tech was actually the first one who reported this on YouTube, but he says it is ugly and he can't believe that Apple is doing this. But once again, I disagree with them. And all over the internet, like on the Mac Rumors post comments, a lot of people are saying this looks horrible. The notch is cleaner. I hate to say it, but I like the notch better. And a lot of other people are disappointed with this design, but I think they are all wrong. And even a lot of people on Twitter are saying that it looks ugly and even worse than the notch, and I completely disagree, and I will explain why in just a minute. But before I get into all of that, I want to confirm why I think this leak is completely legit. Well, first of all, John Prosser confirmed with Shrimp Apple Pro, and he said that yes, this is exactly what we should be expecting. And the reason this is a big deal is because Shrimp Apple Pro was actually the first source that leaked the dual hole punch cutout, and he was correct, and he was even vouched for by Mark Gurman and Ross Young, who are the most reliable analysts currently right now. And the most interesting part is that he gave us an exclusive leak back on January 7th saying that the regular iPhone 14 and 14 Max models are gonna have a refined notch. And what he showed right here is that the notch will now be more rounded on this inside edge, which is exactly what he was saying, and these new display panel leaks confirm it. And the awesome thing is that Shrimp Apple Pro also confirmed the leaks of these iPhone 14 lineup molds. As you can see, these molds show off the differences in the camera bumps, and these bumps are massive. And you can even see that the actual lenses themselves are wider and larger on the Pro models compared to the Max models. And that's a very important detail because Ming-Chi Kuo and other sources have confirmed that the new main camera on the Pro models will be 42 megapixels, which is why they're getting larger. And now we also got these plastic 3D printed mock-ups for case manufacturers to base them off of, and they also match up to all of these leaks, including these ones right here. Now, this is important because I want to take you back to the iPhone 13 lineup leaks. Yes, way back in March of 2021, we got very similar display panel leaks, and in the beginning, some people were doubting them, but they ended up being exactly what we got on the iPhone 13 lineup. As you can see, the smaller notch with the relocated earpiece speaker, which we got on the iPhone 13 lineup. And Dan Roy, back in April of last year, he even showed off these new display panels, and of course they were perfectly legit. And this is a big deal because it's April right now, and those leaks happened in April. So this really matches up perfectly. Now, as far as these aluminum printed molds, I also think that they are legit because if you go back to last year, back in July, we also had these dummy models created and leaked, and this is exactly what we got with the iPhone 13 model. So this was legit as well. And we also got these ones, which are actually aluminum, showing off more detail in terms of the camera bumps. And finally, here is the last piece of evidence evidence for why I think these display panels are legit. Yes, Mark Gurman just retweeted them saying that this is the best look yet at the new Pro cutout, so he completely agrees that these are legitimate. And now with that said, let me answer the question of why everybody is wrong about the dual hole punch camera looking worse than the Notch. Well, first of all, Greg's Gadget made a very good point when he showed what everybody thought about the leaked iPhone 4 design. As you can see, people are saying that it looks hideous. Short answer, no, it looks horrendous, fake, ugly, no way. However, people loved the iPhone 4 design after it actually came out and it was in people's hands. And I think the exact same thing is gonna happen this time around. In September, when they finally launch, people start using them, people start experiencing the screen real estate difference, they're gonna love that Apple made this change to the Pro models. And as you can see right here, it shows a huge difference between the regular iPhone 14s and the Pro models. First of all, you can see a clear difference in the bezels, and you get a lot of extra screen real estate in this area. So it actually looks very, very nice. Now, if I actually pull up the display leak itself, we can get a close-up of these differences. As you can see, the bezels are now 20% thinner than on the regular 13 and 14 models, which are unchanged. And if you look at that earpiece speaker, it's now getting wider and 3 times slimmer, so it's almost unnoticeable. But look at this entire section of notch, which is now going away. You have this extra screen real estate in between the two cutouts and above. And the really big point that I want to make clear to you guys is the only reason we're able to get thinner bezels reduced by 20% is because Apple chose to go with the dual hole punch design. As you can see, the cameras and Face ID system is actually moved down, so there's extra space on the inside for the extra screen up at the top. So because they moved it down, you get the extra screen space, and they could not do that if the notch was still around because it would get lower and it would look like the Pixel notch, which is absolutely horrible. But moving on to these images, you can see a huge difference in screen real estate. I mean, this looks great, and this is on the Pro model, the smaller one. This is not on the Max model. And finally, this image probably shows it off the best, shared by Shrimp Apple Pro. As you can see, look at all of the extra screen real estate, and I think that's totally worth any people who are doubting the dual hole punch design. I think it's gonna look great. And now if you're still doubting why Apple would make this decision to move the cameras down and give us the dual hole punch cutout, well, we got a pretty awesome leak from Ming-Chi Kuo saying that the front camera of the 4 new iPhone 14 models is gonna have an upgraded selfie camera with autofocus and faster aperture f1.9 compared to the fixed focus f2.2. So we are getting a better selfie camera this time around, and that is awesome. And as far as the rear camera, once again, Mark Gurman agrees that we're getting 48 megapixels on the Pro model. So Apple is really trying to differentiate the Max models, the 14 and the 14 Max, compared to the Pro and the Pro Max, and really trying to upsell it. And then finally, the last detail I want to share is that the new color we're getting for the iPhone 14 Pro is a new darker purple, which is unfortunate because I didn't really like the Sierra blue, and I wish we would get this new bronze because, I mean, look at it. It looks beautiful. But with that said, if you totally disagree with my thoughts on the new dual hole punch camera looking great and all those people being wrong about it, then let me know down in the comment section below. But if you enjoyed the video, click the circle above to subscribe and check out one of those two right over there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.